We're back one more time. There's Counter-Strike going on this weekend out in Cologne. Shout out to NA legends Phi and Exner. I think they're probably both out there enjoying their time, and many other people from NA hopefully. But right now we're back for laying it down with Big D, and I've got another North American legend. You may remember her from the ESL Impact Season 7 Grand Finals up there on the big stage with her team Supernova Comets. I've got Wrenna Sticks Trampel. I said that right. Up here. How are we doing today, Wrenna?
Pretty good. I mean, we had to play M80 today. It was a little bit rough, but um, pretty good. I just got to play the game with my team, so I'm happy.
Yeah, how was it playing? What was the tournament you guys were playing?
It was the Blast Challenger closed qualifier. It's like called like NA Ace NA Masters or something like that. But it's a closed qualifier for like Blast Rising or something like that.
And they dominated?
Of course, they're like the best in our region right now, without a doubt.
Yeah, we just watched them at LAN, and I was talking to you a little bit about this. They they looked really good at LAN up until they played Koleshe, who really kind of blew them out of the water. It went 5 maps, but it they kind of blew them out of the water, it felt like.
Yeah, that final was like really fake to me. They won train first, and then they basically got like blown out on every other map except for Overpass, which like just got added. And I don't know how experienced like those Col C players are, like in terms of like how long they've been in the game. But I know for a fact like some of the M80 players have been playing for a while, so there's no way like they don't know how to play Overpass or haven't played it. So I don't know. Them only winning like 2 maps, like pretty close too. One of them being like extremely new, one of them being trained, and then just getting like blown out on every other map was just like, wow. They're like, I mean, they're winning everything in NA like very like heavy-handedly, but we are NA is like very not there right now.
Yeah, you were at LAN. We've talked about this. What do you feels like? Let's just get into it right now. What's missing in North American Counter Strike? What you've gotten to play multiple regions around the world at this point and test the waters and play outside of our pool. What do you think is missing right now for us?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I think most people would just say it was like a resource allocation thing, but like the other day I was like kind of trolling or like making a joke about this, but like all the Valve updates just like drop like at the worst times for NA Counter Strike and end up like canceling practice. Maybe it's like a like mental state for like how we're like playing the game as like a team and like how committed people are or like how much they like view it as like taking it like super seriously the whole time. But it's hard to say since I don't know what it's like looking inside of like too many other teams. Besides this team, I've only really played on one other for like a long time, and we were like all my teams. I try to make like more like vibes teams. Like I want it to be like fun. I don't want it to be like miserable. Like it doesn't mean like we're not working and like we're not trying, but like I'm like if we're gonna be miserable, like I don't want to be there. I don't want you guys to like not want to be there. Like yes, we're like here to work and play and win, and winning is fun. But like if we're all gonna be like miserable and frustrated, it's like we might as well just not play. Like this is like that's like a downward trend, like downward spiral kind of thing, in my opinion. So I don't know. Maybe it's like a mindset thing. I know a lot of people say resources, but probably just like the ecosystem and like I don't want to sound like high horse, but yeah, maybe the way like NA teams kind of like approach things, like in terms of practice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that you say that because a lot of the high level players that we've had on the show kind of say the same thing, not in those exact words, but like that mindset and how you practice as a team is like everything how you're gonna play in an actual game. Like, and not only that, but like you're you can't just fluctuate assuming that you're going to be like, oh, I know I can beat this advanced team here, so we can play loosey goosey, silly Counter Strike. But then, oh, now we're gonna lock in because we're playing the ECL team right now, and that's the team we got to worry about. And so it's like, no, you should be having consistency in your practice, and like you said, having a better mindset is just how you get that done. What
Yeah.
I was gonna ask too, like you've had multiple, like all five of you have been playing that are on this roster of Supernova Comets. All five of you have been playing for a while, if I'm not mistaken. And like, what was the secret sauce for you guys getting that mindset in order and getting this roster together?
Um, the roster kind of came together by like chance, I'd say, because to be like fully transparent, like when I knew about Impact like even before I was playing, and I was still playing like NA Advanced, but my team was like, I don't want to say dead, but when at the end of Go and like pretty much all of CS2 on that team, like we didn't practice and nobody was like super invested, I'd say. So like we kind of just like played Pug, showed up to league matches, like tried to have fun, but like I mean I love those guys like so much. Like that team, like I have so much memories with those people, and like I miss them all so much. Like still talk to them, but um this team came like together completely by chance. I Raven asked me to play Impact Qualifier with her and Serendipity, and we had like Gadfly and Gone, and then we qualified for Impact, and like we're just playing like kind of for fun, I guess. Like we tried obviously, and like spent some time just like trying to make things work because I wasn't experienced on Ancient, and like Anubis got added at the beginning of CS2, so like the game kind of shifted a lot when I stopped practicing. So I definitely like got worse because all I had was pugs, and I'd pretty much just like hold W and like didn't have experience for like how the game was changing and how people were adapting. But once I kind of like popped up in Impact, Celia and Ridge were like messaging me, and they were like, "Come join our team, come join our team, like come join our team, like we want to make a team with you." And at that point, on that Impact roster, Fox had just joined us, and they were like asking me to join. I was like, "Hey guys, I got this like weird offer. I might join." And around that time, like my NA advanced team like fully died, because people just like didn't really want to play the game as much. Like they were kind of like, "Okay, like I don't see the point in playing advanced if like we're not practicing and we're just like showing up and losing." So like it's cooked. And then I went to I went to the team with Celia, Ridge, and Phoebe, and then I brought Raven with me, and eventually we grabbed Lydia and Serendipity, Lydia Fox and Sylvie Serendipity, and things kind of just like fell into place. I mean, I guess like the way like it's like how did you end up playing with these players? I mean, Celia, Ridge, and Phoebe like asked me to play with them, and then like I was friends with like Lydia and Raven and Serendipity, so like they're like kind of obvious picks for me. It sounds like kind of nepo, but like I enjoy like playing the game with like friends and like people who like I feel like the vibe is good because I can like talk to them about the game. Like I can be like, yo, like you're doing this, like we need to be like playing like this, or like we need to be doing this because of this, and it's not going to be like I mean, maybe we'll like talk about it and like have a discussion, but it's not going to be like an argument, or like it's not like I'm like attacking you or like trying to ego you. It's just like this is like how things need to change if like we want to win this round. Like these are the reactions. This is how you should be playing. Like what you're doing is like kind of self-serving or like kind of troll. So like yeah, by chance and really just like being friends with people. I guess Ridge and Celia had heard of me because I was in the scene for so long, just like playing NA Advanced. I didn't think like people really knew who I was, but a lot of like random like NACS players remember me just for like being around, I guess. Sorry, it was like a lot to say.
No, no, I told you this is your time to shine here. I was just thinking back on the fact I feel like I have seen your like I've been playing Pugs and Counter-Strike for a really long time, and I hovered in the like 8-9 region of like Face It for a really long time. And I'm pretty sure I saw you back in the day. Like, when did you start playing? Well, let's ask this question. What are your earliest memories of video games, and how did it lead you to Counter-Strike?
Um,
And then how
my
did you
mom,
start competing?
yeah, my mom bought me a GameCube when I was like 4, and I just loved like playing the video games, I guess. Before that, I think I watched my dad play like Tomb Raider on his like old like Sony like box computer PC, like that kind of like uh yeah, CRT monitors and stuff like that. But when I turned like 12 or 13, I like really hated like console gaming, and I was like really bored of it. Like it just seemed like super pointless. It's kind of like a different time in my life to be fair, but um I was just spending like way more time on the computer, and uh so I kind of like fell into like playing some like computer games. Like I would play like CS Source, like Jailbreak, and like Dota
Yeah.
2 and stuff like that. Yeah, just like random bull crud to like keep me busy. Nothing like serious. And then I got into CS:GO because it's actually a funny story. It was like freshman year of high school, and I like showed up to AP US history, and this like kid was just I wasn't even friends with him at the time. He just like showed up and he was just spurging the whole time, just like basically like shit posting. He was just like Kenny S, like Katowice, like just saying like all like the buzzwords, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And he's like, yo, we gotta go to Katowice, just like being like a nerd and like spurging. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I'm talking about CS:GO." He's like, you and my other friend who like I played like computer games with in high school and like middle school." He's like, "You two play computer games, right? We should play CS:GO." And I was like, "Okay, we can try it." And so like for most of high school, like my freshman, sophomore, and like junior year, I played CS:GO on like on like a $200 laptop where like every time someone dropped a smoke grenade, like my FPS would go to like 10, and it was fun. And um, how did I get into like competing specifically? I think in like my junior year of high school, my dad passed, and I had like at that point like a friend group in high school who like played CS and like uh computer games in general, and I was like looking for more stuff to like get involved in and do, just like kind of not sit around and be miserable most of the time. So I was like, guys, we should play like we should play like ESEA, or like we should play like a high school league together, because there are like I mean I played college, but like there are even like high school leagues. Not that they're like super well organized or run or anything like that, but like if you're just trying to play with your friends and not just get like destroyed in like ESEA, and they're good for that. Like we were just trying to like have some fun with it. And I think in my like senior year I got like a bit better PC, and I was able to like actually play the game a little bit, and that's kind of like how I actually started competing. I just like completely fell in love with it. Like I loved like playing the game like at that kind of like setting with my friends, and like just yeah, like playing the game like that is like completely different than pugging. Like the difference, I mean, there are definitely like some lows. Like people can get frustrated or like upset. Like I have like countless stories of like things going wrong or like people freaking out. But like it's just super satisfying when you do win and like people are playing together and just having fun. Like eh, there's nothing else like it, at least to me.
I think that's yeah, I was talking to Tisky a little bit about this yesterday, and the fact that like Counter Strike has this kind of unique social aspect to it. Like all team games require some good communication, but like there's like a weird personality type that like clicks with Counter-Strike that we all like when we're all that I don't know about you, you just don't find this personality type that often out in public, but like then you like go to LAN or like you play online and you find that group of people you click with and you're like, okay, these are my people. And yeah, the highs are all, like the lows are really low, but the highs are always what make everything worth it, because there's nothing like pulling out a 1v3 clutch on somebody, and especially like when it's like players that you respect and like have been like winning against you, and then you like turn the tides of battle and the game shifts and that whole mood shifts and everything happens. Like there's nothing, it's yeah, it goes beyond, it's
Yep.
not just a game, folks, okay?
And then you're doing it with your friends, and
And
like
you're
they're
doing it
getting
on
hype and you're getting
stage.
hype. Yep. I was actually looking at I was watching like my old team's demos the other day, or like just going through. My coach used to like upload stuff to YouTube for us, like when we played sometimes, just like comms and whatever. Nice little kitty. That is
This is
cute.
Momo. He's
Momo. Hi
he's
Momo.
he's here to hang out.
He can hang out.
Momo.
But
You
yeah, I was watching some demos the other day, and I like watched my friend, like my old friend from like college and like high school, like went out like a 1v3 from like one of our matches, and like I just like couldn't believe, like I'm just listening to it and everyone's like getting hype, like screaming nice or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, I miss this, like these old days a little bit of like playing with this team. Not that like my old team like doesn't do that or like we don't have fun, but it's just like I'm looking at like some of like our like highs from that old team, and I'm just like, I miss these people.
Well, and I don't know about you, but I feel like my favorite noise in the world right now is hearing like the nice when you're at LAN and you hear that like eruption of five people screaming that at once. There's no noise like it. It's just it's an you like you know that feeling that they have right there. Like you get that feeling yourself hearing
Yeah,
them
you
them
feel the
explode.
emotion. Like it's genuine. It's not performative. Like I mean, some teams like they'll be screaming at LAN every round. Like we're not really that type of team, but like when we yell like or like scream, like there's like emotion behind it. It's not planned. Like people are like invested and they're like it's like a genuine feeling. Like I hope like everyone on my team like feels it, and like anybody watching it like feels it, because like we're loving it at that point and like just having a great time.
Well, and how? Yeah, I mean, you guys got to be up there on the world stage at Dallas. What was it? Talk about what it was like being at Dallas. How? What was the kind of what was the kind of day-to-day experience? Because I know talking to some of you beforehand, you had said that you're like, well, we're gonna see as far as we go, and we'll see where it takes us. We're gonna take it one map at a time. Like, what was the kind of like day-to-day experience of, oh my God, we're getting into the grand finals?
I mean, aside from like the random drama, I guess, like on social media or whatever, and there was like that thing with like NATO Sapphics, like I was just having so much fun. Like I don't know, the word I would use is like LARPing, or like uh I was like really in the mindset of like, okay, like this is like very important. Like we don't know how good these other teams are really. Like what I need right now is like I need to be like a super good leader. I need to be like motivating people, and I need to bring a good but like serious kind of vibe. So like I was trying really hard to like keep people invested, I guess, without like being too emotional or like anxious. Like just like emphasizing like, guys, don't play to lose. Like make sure we're communicating, like obviously like actual like talks, and like I don't want to call them speeches, but yeah, and just being like guys, if we play like too afraid and we play like we're scared, like we are definitely going to lose. Like if we want to win, like we have to be playing to win. Like there are going to be times where people have to take risks, and you cannot be afraid to like play the game. Like we're here to play the game. Like yes, like these teams are supposed to be better than us, like on paper, but like we have to like respect them. Like we're here to like play as players and like give them the respect of like a good game. Like don't just like sit around like noobs. Like if you see the round is like going bad, like and you have to like take a risk, like take that risk, like communicate everything. Like this is like a LAN environment. Like no, you're not going to be able to hear the game perfectly fine, but what you'll be able to hear is your teammates. Your teammates should be like communicating like what am I doing? What are you doing? Like all like the basic stuff. Like stay on top of like literally everything because like that is going to make or break our game. And I mean, right now our team, I don't know, we're like going through a little bit of a rough patch in terms of like some stuff. But like I think like emphasizing those like small things in terms of like I'll call them fundamentals, like
Yeah, the
helped us.
fundamentals.
Yeah, like it's like guys, like focus on playing the game and like playing it correctly and we'll do good. Like don't like I don't know. I didn't want to like I didn't want to like show up and just like look like noobs, I guess is the best way I can put it. Like it it would almost be like disrespectful to me. Like we're all here to play the game. Like they're trying their best. Like I know like there was like a lot of attention on these games, a lot more than like women's esports normally gets. But like that doesn't matter. Like I want to like regardless of this being like an impact tournament or like whatever type of tournament, like I want to give them a good game. Like I want them to know like we're trying and like we care. Like we're not just like here to like show up and lose. Like I mean, I don't think any of my teammates really like play for money or anything like that. It's more like enjoying playing the game and like I don't want to say accolades, but like yeah, like getting wins and like stuff like that. But if we're not playing like we care, then like there's no point in being here.
Yeah, I uh, I love that. I can hear the passion in your voice as well as you're like going back to that time in your mind as well. Like you really do need to, and this is like a message for any North American team is like practice your fundamentals. Do not worry about how you think a round is supposed to go. Focus on what is in front of you. Focus on what your IGL is calling, and focus on communication, trades, and map control. You worry about those things and you will like play better Counter-Strike overall. Like and you'll have an easier time connecting with more people too. But like yeah, even on the world stage, you got to just practice the fundamentals. Well, yeah, what talk about share with me what it was like. I know how rough that had to have been dealing with the social media aspect of things. I know some of your teammates were having a rougher time than I think you might have been during that time period. What was it like for you guys?
I mean, like I said, I was really in the mindset of like right now I need to be a good leader. So like that stuff would normally kind of bother me. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I do look at like HLTV pages and read the comments, and like for years straight, like that stuff made me miserable. But like I, I don't know, something maybe it was like like almost like exposure therapy, but like it kind of changed around that time where I was like I can see how miserable my teammates are with like all this negative attention and stuff like that, and I'm just like I can't like I can't like show that. Like even if it bothers me a little bit, like right now, like I need to like almost be like a rock for the team, I guess, which is like not really necessarily who I am, but it's like I know I know how to act in terms of like what the team needs right now, and so like I tried really hard just to like not let it phase me and try to be a good leader and be like supportive. Like I mean, it was rough. Like it definitely was rough, but I don't know. I can't tell if it's like to our benefit or like negative to us. Like certain stuff like that, like definitely will get to like my teammates no matter what. Like I know Ridge had a similar experience like a couple years ago with Semler, and that's one of the things that like initially pushed me away from like playing Impact because I just didn't see the point. Like I was like I like playing the game, but I don't want to like put myself in front of like a million people just to get like torn down when all I'm trying to do is play a video game and have fun. Like I'm not here for like millions of dollars. Like there's not even millions of dollars in the Impact scene. Like we're here to like compete. And I don't know, to some people we're like stealing money and like doing like all this like horrible stuff, but I'm like, no, just here to like try to play the game and have fun. Like if we're all like if we're all trans and like on a team together and friends, like there's no point in like us not playing Impact. It would be stupid not to. But like I can't tell if the attention or like increased attention on Impact because of us was like to our benefit or like worse for us cuz like I can't tell if it makes us more of like a brand risk or it's like oh because of us playing like this league is getting like 3 times as much exposure as it should be. You know what I mean? It's like this was like the highest viewed like Impact final ever, and it's like I could guess why, but I can't tell if it's like good or bad because like half the chat is like people not being very nice, and like our like match page has like 1,000 like HLTV comments on it, and like more than half of them like have to get deleted. It's like this is like I can't tell if this is good or bad. Like, is this gonna work for us to our benefit, or is this gonna like hurt us in the long run in terms of like finding any kind of like support in the scene, or like whether or not like any organization even wants to like look at us?
Oh, I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to be under fire like that. I mean, I've dealt with othering in my life, but not to any extent that you guys did over there at the Impact Grand Finals, right? Like that's I can't imagine what that's actually like, and that's I think to like just my own thoughts on that is that like as far as whether it's good or bad, I think that that remains to be seen, and like it may be something that doesn't have a great impact on you guys as a team. I don't know, but it feels like for in the long run, like you're pioneering something that like it has to be pioneered by somebody, right? Like this has to happen at some point. So regardless, you're out there on a wild west frontier. And you know what? We live in an incredibly divisive time where like because of social media as well, everybody has to be this opinion or that opinion, and like there's no meeting in the middle, there's no nuance, there's no gray areas to discuss anything, there's no coming together over human traits, but like discussing opinions. It's one side or the other. And so while there's probably plenty of people that are like the like people that aren't happy about things are like really vocal about it, there are like there are gonna be also a lot of people that are like, well, no, we stand for this, and we're here to like fight for this right, and like, you know, what kind of effect that has on esports and humanity over time, we don't know, but uh, I think as long as you're keeping the headspace of I'm here to fucking play the game and try to win, that's all you can do, right? Like that's
Yeah, I mean, even regardless of Impact, like I'd still be playing the game today. Like it wouldn't really change anything for me. Like whether I'm playing like with my old team, this team, like I'd be playing with friends, and I have a lot of trans friends as well. So like I imagine like whatever team I'm on would probably have like a transgender person besides me on it. And I don't know, like it's definitely really polarizing. The people who do support us, like I'm incredibly grateful for, like especially like I said, like the HLTV comments and stuff like that used to bother me like a lot more. Like same effect to like people who like did support us. Like you see like someone being like super wholesome in like the HLTV comments, and I'm just like, this place is normally like a complete like pit, and this guy is just being like super wholesome and nice. Like I don't even know why this person's here. Like, do they know where they are? But yeah, I mean, I appreciate those people a ton. Definitely makes me smile and like a bit happier. Uh, there's also like a good amount of like, I don't want to say solidarity, that might not be the right word, but a lot of like the other like FE players like are incredibly like supportive and nice. Maybe not all of them, but like uh one team like in NA Impact that like really surprised, I don't want to say surprised me, but like made me really happy to see and just like feel maybe better about like competing in this environment. Like Nick's Empire, they've been playing like, that's like Pippy Sippy, and then like they've been playing like NA Impact for a while. They like dropped one. They left or like dropped their org because like apparently there was like some like anti-LGBTQ stuff going on within or like something like that, and they like made a tweet that they were like leaving and just going under like Nick's Empire for the time being, and I was like, that's like really good to see. Like actual like ethics and like people like having like morals and not just like being like extremely self-serving. Like they're not like freaking out about like trans people playing an impact. They're not qualifying for like the LAN, and like maybe they could be if like I don't know. It's just like it's nice to see. Like it's hard to like put it into words exactly what my thoughts are, but it definitely made me like happy.
I think you said it though, when you were explaining actionable solidarity, like through good ethics and morals. Like you like to see that it's very easy for people to post tweets and posts to say I stand in solidarity, and then they're still cozying up to people that you're like, well, what's going on
Especially in
over there,
esports. Yeah, especially in esports, like it it feels like, I mean, a lot of the, like not everyone, but a lot of like pro players, like the only thing they're concerned about is like the game they're playing. Like maybe they have like some opinions on things, but like they're definitely not like super educated on it. Like you don't need to be like a super smart person to be playing esports. You just like need to be good at a game and like be able to think about the game a little bit. So like it's not something you normally see in esports, like specifically. So
No, well, yeah, and
not from players, at least. I mean,
no, and it's tough out there right now. Like you can understand, like I have forgiveness for some of the people that like kind of navigate blindly and don't know too much about like what they're doing, you know what I mean? Especially with how young people are when they're getting into esports, or like a lot of the people that are into esports are kind of like social outcasts in real life and don't get along in a lot of social circles or whatever. So there's some forgiveness, but like yeah, you definitely really, it makes you really appreciate when the people that are out there doing like letting their or their actions speak louder than their words. That's when you're like, okay, that you really appreciate that, because yeah, it's tough out here. Well, like I said, esports feel like a very much a microcosm of like what's going on in the rest of the world, and like how divisive everything is, and how like there's this like level of people making an income beyond your wildest imagination up at like one bracket of it, and then like the rest of everybody is like fighting for these scraps to try to like even survive within esports. So um yeah, it's an interesting that's why we're sitting here and fixing the world with laying it down with Big D, one interview at a time. You know what I mean?
yeah, getting to know the players.
Getting to know the players. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nice getting to have you on and like yap and talk, and let's talk a little Counter Strike now. We've gone through the greatly deeply spiritual part of the interview. Now let's talk about the easy stuff. How are we feeling about these updates in the last month or so? We'll go with the MP9 nerf, CT economy buff and the Molly buff, and then with the animations as well recently. How are you feeling about all those things?
The only thing I like probably don't have like a real opinion on yet is like the CT economy change. It's probably better, but I just like I haven't played on it enough to get a good metric in terms of like tracking money and stuff like that because just like immediately, I mean, yeah, it's nice as like a CT to have better buys and stuff like that, but there was like definitely a scrim or two where I'm like playing the game like normal, like reading their money, and I'm like, they shouldn't have an op yet. And then like for like third gun round, like immediately run into an opera, and I'm like, okay, this like kind of changes things. Um, I think the economy change is good for the most part. I probably just need to like play on it more and like get more in the mindset of reading the money with how it is now. Uh, MP9 nerf I think is good. I think people are freaking out too much. The MP9's still a good gun. Like I don't know. Like I see a lot of people switching to like the UMP or MP7, which I mean I like the old UMP when it was like completely busted, but I pretty much noticed immediately when they nerfed it back in like was it like 2017 or 2018? Like that gun has like worse fall off damage than the Glock. Like if you're not fighting anything close range, like you're better off like not using it at all. But the MP9 is still pretty good, I think. And the animations, like some of them are a little bit broken, some of them are really clean. But to be honest, in like 3 months, I'm not gonna care at all about the animations. The thing that's bothering me the most right now is a lot of people are saying that they're getting like and upwards of like minus 100 FPS of what they're originally getting. I'm getting like minus 80 right now. And I got so annoyed because I had just like done a bunch of testing on my PC and like optimized my game and like figured out which driver like worked the best for like what's how CS was running, and now it's like all different. I'm like trying to fix it, get my game like running properly. Since I don't have like a AMD PC, like AMD Super PC, but um I think I like the animations for the most part. They have like a little bit of work that they need, but some of them are pretty nice, I think. What about you? How do you feel about like the animation changes?
um, I mean, I like them. I'm pretty indifferent to the actual animations. My thing is, I've had the opposite effect. My game, like one of my biggest problems with Counter Strike 2 for 2 years has been the online, and like I have read enough from the developers when they tweet on Twitter about the fact that the animation system is like an incredibly old and broken thing that is just hogging up all bandwidth when things are happening in the game. And so because of that, the switch to this new animation system that is not hogging bandwidth, my game feels like it's running like butter now.
Are
Like
you on
it
AMD?
No, I'm on Nvidia. I'm
No,
on
like a CPU, I mean.
No, I'm on Intel.
Intel?
Yeah,
Okay.
Intel CPU, but uh I don't have a 13 or 14th gen. When I upgraded my PC back in December, I did the research and saw that or
There's no point in getting anything past like 12th gen.
yeah, which I guess they've fixed the 13 and 14th gen, but it's still not fixed for Counter-Strike. Like the 13 and 14th gen were just having issues in general with gaming, but they are fixed in general now, but not for Counter-Strike still. But my 12th, I have a 12900K, and it runs really, really, really smoothly with Counter-Strike, and I love it when it works, but I wish I was on LAN all the time. I don't know if you
Are you on
saw,
are you on Windows 11?
I am
Sorry,
on
I'm like
Windows 11.
that might be why. I'm like trying to like get my game to run better, but like it's like so annoying. Like dealing with like all like the FPS and like performance drops and stuff like that. It's like everyone's just like just get an AMD, just get an AMD, and I'm like, do you not want to just like full build another PC? It sounds like waste of money.
I don't know. Get your org to build you a new PC. Can't compete at the highest levels if you're not gripping and ripping.
I'd hope, but I don't think we have like org support like that for the moment.
What is the I thought I saw a post saying that you guys weren't going to be with the Supernova Comets, but you're still with the Supernova Comets. What's going
We
on there?
we were looking for a new organization after ESL Impact Finals in Dallas, and we couldn't. We got like some people reached out to us, but things haven't really like gone anywhere. We reapproached Supernova, and I'll just say it because it like really kind of bothered me. They like they offered us like what I perceived as like being like a good contract, and then we're like, okay, we talk about it as like a team, and we're like, okay, like tell them like we're down, like we'll go with this, and then 2 days later, like they come back and they're like, actually, we have this way worse offer, and I was like, I'm why did you even like show us the first offer? Like I'm kind of I don't want to say like I'm kind of offended, but I'm like, why did you like why did you do that? So right now we just represented them in the last close qualifier. We represented them at Philadelphia Windsor. Like it's not like it costs us anything or like bothers us at all. But I think going forward for the time being, we're going back to being like Shimmer. Um, we'll probably be using that until we can get like org support or something like that. Um, I don't know. We had a couple organizations reach out to us, but nothing really like stuck. Like a lot of organizations would like message us and talk to us a little bit, and then just like nothing. Like they just like completely stop talking. Which I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's a little bit surprising to me, quite honestly, with the like placement we got with Impact, and like like I said, we're in a rough patch as a team at the moment. Um, it's pretty much because after Impact, we took like a 2 week break, and then we went to the major. Me, Ridge, and Raven, and then we came back, and we were all sick for like a week and a half, like horribly bad. And that was like when we were supposed to start practicing. So we kind of got forced into like I think like a total of like a 1 month break where just like we were like hardly playing the game and just like didn't play anything together as a team. Um, so we were like redeveloped some like growing pains, but with like us being in like ECL and like getting like tons of different like tournament invites and stuff like that, like I'm a little bit surprised like we haven't been able to like land an org is the way I'd put it. Um, but I mean, same thing. Like regardless, it doesn't really like it's not make or break for any of us. Like we'd still all be like playing the game together regardless and like trying to get better and having fun. So it doesn't change anything.
Okay. Well, I like that. Thank you for sharing. Well, I only have like two questions left here for you, and then we'll call it there. And my first question for you is, where does your name STX Sticks come from? What's it mean?
Uh, it's like kind of an evil story. Like
It's
I
kind of
like
an emo story.
no evil.
Evil
Like
story. Uh-oh.
uh, it's like an innuendo. Like uh, I don't even know if I should say it, but it
Oh
used to be
no.
like no, it's fine.
This
I'll
is
just say it.
juicy.
If you think it's too evil, like you can cut it out. It's not like anything like horribly bad. It's just like uh in like middle school, I was like trying to figure out like an alias I wanted to use, and I was just like using random stuff. And at one point, I made my picture like a bunch of sticks. I made my name like Sticks, and it's like innuendo. And I was like, yeah, this works. STX. I'll just shorten it. I was like, okay, I like this. I like my alias. I like my username. I have no problem with like, yeah. I think it's good. If you get the story, you get it. I think it's pretty like transparent with the way I've like kind of explained it, but um,
Would you say like a bundle of sticks was your picture? Yeah, all right. I'm picking up on what you're putting down there. And
yeah, and it was good enough that like 3-letter username is good. Like, no one like bothers me because like no one really gets it. So I'm just like, yeah, this is good. I like this one. It's good, right? It's a good story. A
Yeah,
little bit evil.
no, I really enjoyed that. All right. Well, and I have a.
I am like a I am like a super like troll person for the most part. Like even in like my team, like most of the time we're just like unless things are like super serious, like trying to like have fun and laugh a little bit if we can.
That's you have to. You got to keep the vibes up. That's what Counter Strike's all about. You got to keep the vibes up and be having a good time while playing those fundamentals. Can't stress yourself out too much. It's no bueno.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, nothing's that serious.
right. We're. I mean, at the end of the day, we're playing a video game. Like that's. It like yes, we take it seriously, but like we're just playing a video game. It's not that big of a deal. All
Yeah.
right. This is my last question for you here. What is if you could meet a younger version of yourself or speak to the younger generation out there, what's some advice you would give them? And it can be Counter Strike or esports or life related, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. I guess like it's kind of an evil question for me because I think I like how do I say? The best thing I could like say to myself or like someone else like younger who's like just growing up and like going through life is like there's no such thing as like a perfect time to do anything. Like life is always going to keep moving. Like if you want to play the game, like play the game. Like you're always going to have stuff to do. It doesn't mean the game is going anywhere. Like if your current circumstances like are horrible for it, then like yeah, don't. But like your life is like never going to be perfect. Like there's no perfect time to do anything. So like try to make the most of what you have of your circumstances like no matter what. Like try to enjoy yourself, be doing like what you want to do. Like obviously like set yourself up in life, but yeah, like carpe diem, like seize the day, like don't waste your time. Like it's things don't necessarily like just like fall into your hands. Like nothing's gonna be like perfect. You have to like work for what you want in life. Like doesn't matter what it is.
That's well said. Seize the day. Life will always be man, that's okay. I'm motivated. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. Well, thank you for joining me and coming on here. Are we going to see you in Frag Knoxville?
Of course, yeah. We
Are
actually
you are you
we ma-
registered?
yeah, we managed to get literally the
Whew.
last ticket.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if you saw, but the Fat Guy Tiski super team is going to be there as well. I'm happy to see they squeezed
We'll be ready for them, don't worry.
in a slot. Look at this cat over here.
I really want to see Tiski and them play. Like I think I'm pretty sure getting info is going and that would be a really fun game to watch.
Oh,
Just like listen to the yelling.
I would love nothing more than to be there for that. Well, I'm hoping I'm there too. I feel like I'm starting to become not become a fixture of land by any means, but getting to see everybody is a very meaningful experience, and getting to be there with everyone is
Yeah, the frags are amazing. Like the staff, like you said, like I don't remember if this was in the recording or not, but like the people who go there, like no one is there to like start drama or just like fight with people. We're there to like play the game and then like if you want to talk to people, like they're right there. And people are like way different in person than how they choose to act online often. Like
yep.
talk,
Everybody is
talk
down to like yap and talk and like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like, what's going on? You know, blah blah blah. It's great. Get to land, everybody. Hey, before we go, Wrenna, do you have any shout outs you want to give here before we go?
uh
Literally dozens
my,
watch these videos.
my team, like the rest of like Impact, the Fragadelphia people are like so awesome. Like uh they make like the NA scene All like the casters and like the smaller people, like I don't mean that in like a bad way, but like you, like the people like who do all this extra stuff like in the NA community that like isn't just like playing the game, like people who are like providing like something that like no one else is like gonna do, mostly just out of like the goodness of their hearts. Like they're not here to like make extra money, they're doing it because they like it.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Well, I just want to say I am open to making money from this, though, if somebody thinks that it's worth money. But yeah, we're doing it because we love doing it, and I mean, we get like, I think my biggest video count is like 200 views or whatever. Like it's not like there's a bunch of people clamoring for this, but I know that those 200 views are real NA Counter Strikers that are like watching these things and enjoy watching it. So as long as somebody's enjoying it, I enjoy doing it, and I really enjoy getting to have these conversations. So, all right, well, that is going to do it. Thanks for watching, everyone at home, and thanks for joining us, Wrenna.
It was a real pleasure. Thank you, Big D.
Okay.